Welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel, everyone. This is Rich making another video on XRP today as usual. We're going to talk about XRP today, so I hope everyone is having a fantastic day wherever they are in the world. And I must begin with Captain Redbeard's statement. On the day of truth, July 3rd, Ripple canceled their appeal. It might all end with the SEC's next action. XRP is not only prepared but on the verge of exploding if they follow through. Clarity that can change the game is within reach. As you can see, they are referring to this notice under the Sunshine Act from July 3rd, which was another secret meeting with the SEC. Tomorrow, Atkins might make an announcement, in my opinion, that this case is finished. Believe it will take place on July 3rd. In my opinion, it will occur before July 3rd. We'll see where this goes from here. However, nothing ever occurs on the day you put a date on it. Fed Chair Jerome Powell, according to President Trump, is a fool and an obstinate mule. Listen to it. One of our guys is merely a mule that is obstinate, and a foolish individual who is making a huge mistake that will last for years, because when you go into debt, I've told my people not to go into debt for more than 9 months. Get this. Guy out of there, and whoever is in there will lower rates if I don't. If I think someone is going to keep the rates the same or something, I won't put them in. Instead, I'll put someone who wants to lower rates. There are a lot of them out there, and I mentioned this morning that many business shows today were stating that Trump is correct. He ought to be severing rights. Consider it. We live in a wonderful nation. We're generating substantial profits. Tariffs are bringing in billions of dollars. Get one. We have a record of $15 trillion in 2 months in terms of money that wants to be invested. Here, for an entire year, it surpasses all previous records by a wide margin. $15 trillion. Additionally, it will be significantly higher than that. We've been doing that for approximately 2 months and 2.5 months, so that's about 2 months later. $15 trillion smashes all previous records. This is unlike anything that has ever existed. Everybody wants to live in the United States, therefore manufacturers and auto factories are moving in, and money is flooding into the country and beyond. Still opposes lowering rates. To be honest with you, I believe he's just being spiteful, and I believe that if he were to lower interest rates in July, the cryptocurrency market would take off. Crypto would begin to move. However, I believe Powell will continue to act in the same manner. Nothing. Not only is that annoying the president, but it is also annoying everyone else. Smoke is the source of this. Trump's plan to remove taxes on cryptocurrencies located in the United States will encourage more investment in XRP than Ethereum. I would really like to see this take place either before or during alt season. You would witness an unprecedented influx of funds into XRP if he were to lower the taxes on cryptocurrencies produced in the United States. Since this is a tax-free investment, anyone who wishes to invest would say so. I don't have to worry about taxes if I'm wealthy. You would be investing a lot of money in these cryptocurrencies established in the United States. It would be amazing, really. And once more, this is still an option. Binance claims that during the Ripple case, they never delisted XRP. And he took this action. replied to Brad Garlinghouse's discussion of the Ripple's decision to drop the cross appeal. CZ took that action because they and the exchanges are aware that a large influx of capital is set to stream into XRP. Money will also be moving into XRP from the cryptocurrency industry, and they wish to take advantage of that. They want everyone to know that during the Ripple vs. SEC case, they remained loyal to Ripple. And believe me when I say that these exchanges are aware that a significant sum of money is approaching. According to a recent assessment from Anchorage Digital Ranks, this originates from smoke. Compared to both USDT and USDC, RLUSD has better reserve management and more robust regulatory monitoring. Do you know why the RLUSD will rise so sharply? Because the coin is stable and strong. For the past 4 or more years, Ripple has been at odds with the SEC. As a result, everything they do will be extremely compliant. We also know that it is backed 1-to-1, which makes it a highly stable coin. Without a question, it may pass an audit, and in the upcoming months we may even witness a significant withdrawal of funds from Tether and USDC. And it will give RLUSD a lot of momentum, which will give XRP a lot of momentum. Stable coins are bad, but the ECB just failed to convince another unelected centralized bureaucracy of that. The digital euro, however, is good. Brussels is expected to ignore the ECB's warnings over stablecoin regulations. Due to the fact that the digital euro is a centralized system, I believe that many nations will also be moving away from it. Controlling the central bank is something that people do not desire. You gain more sovereignty when you use a stable coin. However, they still require a bridge regardless of their course. To transfer that stablecoin or central bank digital money, they still require something akin to XRP. However, we already know that Christine Lagarde is a big believer in control and centralization. The UK banking system's future is being written by Ripple. They are no longer knocking on doors. The UK has just received the playbook and they are seated at the table. We now know that the UK will introduce the digital pound. It would also be wonderful to see them shift in the direction of a stable coin. However, the UK has been prepared to advance for years, and that is what is happening. Christine Lagarde, in my opinion, is attempting to get an advantage over everyone else by implementing the digital euro as quickly as possible. But once more, you know, a lot of things will unfold abroad before they do here in the United States. Jungle Incorporated Crypto News is the source of this. A Big Step Squid and Axelor recently hinted at a new relationship that will have global repercussions. More than 70 chains are easily integrating the XRP ledger. Cosmos, Solana, Ethereum, and more.